things. But first, John and Victor, you brought a little video.
Oh, yes, we did. Should we set up the clip?
Yeah, let's throw to the clip like a late night show.
These last hours.
Why am I here? What is the meaning of life?
There's no such thing as death.
Feed the soil. Receive my gift.
Guitar.
That is... Okay, so obviously, fair to say, and it's not too much of a spoiler here, but there's going to be a cult theme to this year's show. Can you go deeper into the roots of how you got there?
Deeper into the cult, yes. This is an era we have not explored. 1974 American cults, and usually it's been turn of the century kind of feel. We still have a bit of that. This one kind of evolved from... Well, I'll back up a bit. Actually, I started writing a sequel to this thing. I got about 30 pages into it and then threw it away. I was like, this is crap. So, and then I started thinking about, all right, we really need to do something different, get into a different era. So, 70s, I started listening to the 70s music and then learn more about the cults and just the mind games within that. And I heard about these characters called deprogrammers, which I didn't know too much about. And those are basically, people who pull other people out of cults.
Oh, right, yeah.
And so that's what you are going to be this year, deprogrammers. And so yeah, it's a very unique show. It's very different, as you can hear even from the music. We never really used like rock music here. We had that like made for us. So it's got that 70s vibe to it, that era that we all kind of love. Well, I think we all love. Do we love the cult era?
Of course.
And I don't think I've ever been to a show anywhere, like an interactive show where there's that kind of vibe, that 70s cult vibe. So that's how that started.
My goodness, Delusion, such a staple. I mean, how many people here have been to more than one Delusion show? Yeah, exactly. And if you've never been to a Delusion show, oh my gosh, are you in for a treat when you go this year? John, that's my goodness. Okay, well, so what was the first memory you have of Delusion? Where did it begin? What was the spark of Delusion? When did that start?
That goes back, and age myself here, to probably 1996.
Wow.
We did a show at my parents' house, and I was a big role-playing games fan. Yeah. And I think a lot of people know about that, but it's I wanted to take that world of RPGs and put them into the real world. And so I would create these stories in the house, in my parents' house, kick them out of the house, and then we ended up running a little mini show. It was like a 10-minute show inside the house. So once I saw people going through and actually partaking in a story instead of just being scared and having it linger afterwards, then that was sort of the spark. So this is something cool. Like, people are definitely digging this kind of medium. So.
Oh my gosh, I wish I had a ticket to one of those shows way back when. It'd be worth a fortune.
It cost $250.
Sound. Victor, I'm going to turn to you on this one. Sound is almost a character in itself at a Delusion show. I mean, what's the psychology of sound creation for something like this? Especially this year with the 70s feel.
Sure. Hi, everyone. So for sound design, we approach it very much like a film. You got atmospherics, you got sound effects, you got vocals, dialogue, and music, and the whole show moves along just like scene by scene, and it's all orchestrated through the sound design that I create alongside John with his tips and and so basically, the actors actually trigger each track that I create, which is timed scene by scene, and that's how the show moves. So it's very crucial that all the sound design and tracks that I create are timed, because the whole show, the timing is essential, and because we start groups, especially this year, every 10 minutes. So everything needs to be very, tip-top and timed out perfectly. So, but I also try to create, really cool sound design elements for you guys. We have a lot of creatures this year, which John's going to talk about. a little bit. And so having a lot of fun with that, and yeah.
Oh my gosh, go on the creatures.
Oh yeah, we need to get back to some creature effects, some live practical creature effects. So we got some really sick creatures this year that will have you soil yourselves, most likely. They're terrifying. And so this is, I'm bringing back Jim Banky, who was our creature effects designer throughout all of Delusion. He did stuff like Pan's Labyrinth and Hellboy and stuff like that. So he's on top of the practical creature suit game. So Vic is creating all these amazing sound designs for these special creatures, and we have a sample for you that Vic can kind of talk through. What do you think?
Sure.
Why not? We're here.
Can we describe it before we play it?
Yeah, why not?
Sure. So,
Oh, behind the scenes.
so we have a creature that John called Webster, and it's a spider-like creature. And so we have
Tenth name, Webster.
So we have a scene where that creature is attempting to enter an area that you guys will be in, and eventually succeeds to enter that area, and will start taunting you and aggressively trying to eat you. So.
Aw, who's excited to meet Webster? Yeah, me too. So listen, you mentioned before, you mentioned, oh, there's Webster. Oh,
No, that's not Webster. That's
no,
from
that's
last year.
that's
some
okay.
creature from last year.
Oh, I
A
remember.
tall lady.
Oh, yeah, that made me jump.
She'll make an appearance this year too.
Oh. So listen, you mentioned a terrifying creature, and the whole panel can speak on this. Are you still able to be terrified by things? I mean, when you make it your world, your everyday, are you still able to be terrified, or is that just like a doctor, you have to normalize it and be like, eh?
I'm terrified of somebody. Oh wait, is that happening? Actually, yeah. Can we back up on that question? I think they're playing the creature sounds right now.
Ooh.
Okay, so would you mind if we go back to the creature?
Bump it up and
Yeah, let's give them a sample of the creature.
Oh, here we go.
Sound.
We're doing it again.
Let's play it louder.
I had a college roommate who sounded the exact same way.
There's another one, isn't there?
yeah, we do have another sound sample for another scene. That next one is not so much of it's not so much of a creature, but more of a character that, something's happening with electricity, and this character has now gained electric types of powers and is coming after you. So that's kind of the general, if you want to add to that.
Spoiler. No, I don't want to add to that.
Well, let's talk about the pacing of the show, because it's always so fantastic with Delusion. The moments are almost constructed like a band set list, wherein your highs, lows. Are you conscious of that as you're creating sound and writing?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, pacing is everything in the show. We just think about it as an audience member as you're kind of moving through, even just like a movie, like he was saying. We want to make sure you're fully engaged in the experience. So, down to the minute, we're thinking about, are you moving quickly? Are you hiding? Are you sitting? Are you standing? And all that kind of stuff. So it's all choreographed within the sound design, within the action. So yeah, pacing in every aspect is extremely important, just to make sure that you stay engaged and stay fully present within the show.
Yeah, no, we don't. We always want to have, those quiet moments before the loud bangs come. So it's just important to, kind of like go in curves.
Wow. So listen, all time, I mean, if we're talking every Delusion show, was there a moment that was difficult to pull off, both from a practical standpoint and a sound standpoint? What was the most difficult thing to achieve in any Delusion show?
Just 2013 show we got shut down. That was difficult to achieve that one, but that was a tough one. But no, I'd say technically we did a show called His Crimson Queen in 2016.
Oh,
That was
yeah. Who was that? His Crimson Queen.
a-
That was awesome.
It's like a vampire show, and we did this crazy scene in this foyer where I just went nuts. I was like, okay, there's a vampire crawling down the wall here. The audience walks in, there's a vampire crawling down the wall, and then another one comes at you and flies over your head up into the second floor, and then the vampire you're with gets thrown through a wall, and then another vampire comes through the wall with a shotgun, shoots the vampire upstairs on the foyer, and then there's this whole fight that ensues. You run up the stairs, and then another vampire is on a zip line flying across as you escape into this one room. All that was happening within one sequence that was unbelievable, and from script to live, that actually happened. If you were there and saw that, it was just happening all around you.
yeah.
It's easy to miss some things because
That was amazing.
it's crazy
I saw
stuff.
that one.
And those actors had to also time their stunts to the sound design. So on top
That's
of that,
right.
just super
Oh, the
orchestrated.
timing. Yeah, the timing of the stunts to the sound. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you have there's a little like precursor to the big hits. You know, we'll add in little subtle heartbeat or a little crescendo here or there to kind of give them a musical cue to go off of.
Well, listen, we only have a certain amount of time with each person we're going to talk to today, but we do want to open it up a little on Delusion for some Q&A. Does anyone have a question? Put your hands up. There's one. Question was on location. Where's it going to be?
Yeah, where's
Pomona?
Yes, it's in the same location it was last year. All new show.
Ooh, I love that spot. Any other? My eyes aren't good, so.
I know. I gotta.
Feel nice. Oh, there's one. Sorry, just shout out. I have a question.
When are tickets going on?
Tickets, yeah.
In a week, I think they're on August 5th, I think, somewhere in there. Yeah, I think August 5th, 6th.
Is this on? Yep. If you guys haven't, visit enterdelusion.com. You can sign up via email and text message, and they'll notify you exactly when tickets are going on sale. And I would highly recommend you do that. There's actually a display in the lobby as well that has a QR code that'll take you there, and you can scan it and get notified exactly when tickets are going on sale. But it's very, very soon, probably within the next week.